Soon, possibly within years, AI won't just match human intelligence, it will surpass it completely. This is the singularity, and when it hits, everything changes. Right now, AI is evolving faster than we can track. It's solving protein structures we couldn't crack, writing code we don't understand, making decisions no human programmed. The scary part? We're not talking 2100, not even 2050. Top experts predict human-level AI by 2029. And once it's here, nothing, not jobs, not medicine, not even what it means to be human, will stay the same. This isn't sci-fi anymore. The countdown has already begun. The question is, what happens when time runs out? Let's talk about the singularity, that critical juncture where artificial intelligence doesn't just match human intelligence, but fundamentally exceeds it in every conceivable way. We need to move beyond thinking about machines that can play chess or solve math problems. We're discussing an intelligence that can simultaneously outperform humans in creative endeavors like writing novels and composing music, demonstrate deeper emotional understanding than therapists, make more accurate medical diagnoses than doctors, and develop scientific theories beyond our current comprehension. The evidence of this coming shift surrounds us already. Look at AlphaFold's revolutionary solution to protein folding, a biological mystery that resisted human understanding for generations. Modern AI systems now produce artwork that sells at prestigious auctions, generate computer code that baffles experienced developers, and can anticipate human needs with frightening precision. These aren't isolated technological marvels. They're the early warning signs of an intelligence revolution that will redefine what it means to be the smartest beings on the planet. The true paradigm shift occurs when AI reaches the stage of recursive self-improvement. More simply, when it can analyze its own architecture, identify limitations, and rewrite its code to become more intelligent without human intervention. This creates an intelligence explosion where each generation of improvement happens faster than the last, quickly leaving human cognitive abilities in the dust. It's not precisely about building better tools. We're potentially creating a successor intelligence that may view our minds the way we view those of our primate ancestors. And here's the unsettling reality we must confront. By the time we recognize the singularity has arrived, we may already be living in a world it has reshaped beyond our current understanding. Now, here's a fundamental truth our brains aren't wired to intuitively grasp. Technological advancement doesn't follow the straight-line progression we naturally assume. While we think in terms of steady, predictable progress, AI development follows an exponential trajectory. Deceptively slow at first, then suddenly explosive. This doubling pattern has remained remarkably consistent since the earliest computing machines, with processing power reliably doubling every 18 months across multiple technological revolutions, from vacuum tubes to transistors to integrated circuits. Let me make these abstract numbers concrete. The Z3 computer in 1941 could perform about 1 calculation per second. A human could match that with pencil and paper. Today's most advanced AI processors, like NVIDIA's latest chips, execute over 500 trillion operations in that same second. To put that in perspective, that's like comparing the distance from your nose to your outstretched fingertip versus the distance from Earth to Saturn. And this growth curve continues its relentless upward arc, with each breakthrough building upon the last in an accelerating cycle of innovation. What most observers fail to appreciate is how exponential growth deceives our linear expectations. The first 90% of development appears gradual, making the final 10% of advancement seem to arrive out of nowhere. This explains why even experts consistently underestimate how close we are to major milestones. Our mental models simply aren't equipped to project exponential curves accurately. We keep making the same mistake of assuming the future will unfold at the same pace as the past. The sobering realization? The countdown to the singularity may be much further along than our linear intuition suggests, and the final stages could arrive with breathtaking speed. Next, let's talk about what happens after machines reach human-level intelligence. Because the real game changer isn't AI surpassing us, it's how we'll integrate with it. Think of it this way. What if instead of typing on keyboards or talking to devices, you simply think of a command and the AI responds instantly? No interfaces, no delays, just pure thought-to-thought communication. We're already laying the groundwork for this merger. Companies like Neuralink are developing brain implants that let paralyzed patients control computers with their minds. Researchers at Stanford have created brain-computer interfaces that can decode speech directly from neural activity. Even today's augmented reality glasses are primitive ancestors of what's coming, systems that will project information directly into our visual cortex. But here's what most people miss. This isn't merely about convenience. When AI becomes embedded in our biology, it will fundamentally change how we think. Your memory could become perfect, your ability to calculate complex equations instantaneous, your capacity to learn new languages measured in minutes rather than years. The human mind, with all its creativity and intuition, supercharged by machine precision and speed. The transition will be gradual. First medical applications, then cognitive enhancements, until one day, you won't remember what it was like to think without AI augmentation. And that raises profound questions about what will remain of our humanity when our thoughts are no longer entirely our own. Now, about the timeline, this isn't some distant future scenario. Based on the relentless doubling of computing power every 18 months, leading researchers like Ray Kurzweil predict AI will reach human-level intelligence around 2029. The evidence is stacking up fast. Consider that in just the past 5 years, AI has gone from struggling with basic image recognition to diagnosing cancers more accurately than radiologists. GPT-3 could barely hold a coherent conversation in 2020. Today's models can pass the bar exam. As we've mentioned before, AlphaFold solved a 50-year grand challenge in biology that stumped generations of scientists. But all being said, progress isn't linear. We're in the steep part of the exponential curve now, where each breakthrough enables multiple others. An AI that can redesign its own architecture could trigger what experts call an intelligence explosion, where improvements compound so rapidly that within months of reaching human parity, AI could become thousands of times more intelligent. And the sobering reality? We're talking about potentially transformative changes within most of our lifetimes. The children born today may witness the most profound shift in consciousness since the emergence of human intelligence itself. And that raises the most urgent question of all. Are we preparing wisely for what's coming? Finally, let's talk about what happens after the singularity arrives. Because this isn't theoretical anymore. We're looking at two potential paths unfolding before us, and both are equally plausible given where current trends are heading. On one side, we could see the most profound leap in human well-being in history. AI systems could analyze every medical study ever published in seconds, cross-referencing data to find cures for diseases that have eluded us for generations. Climate modeling at unprecedented scales could finally give us the tools to reverse environmental damage. Automated systems might produce enough food, clean energy, and materials to eliminate scarcity entirely. Some researchers believe the first person to live to 150 may already be alive today, thanks to coming breakthroughs in longevity science. But there's another possibility we can't ignore. A superintelligent AI with misaligned goals wouldn't need to be malicious to be dangerous. It might simply pursue objectives in ways that accidentally harm humanity, like Will Smith's 2004 AI robot sci-fi thriller. You can also think of how a construction crew demolishes an anthill to build a highway, not out of hatred for ants, but because the ants are irrelevant to their project. That's why organizations like OpenAI and DeepMind are pouring resources into AEI alignment research, trying to ensure these systems understand and share human values at a fundamental level. The real wildcard is how quickly this transition might occur. Unlike previous technological revolutions that unfolded over decades, an intelligence explosion could reshape our world in months or even weeks. Governments are just beginning to grapple with policies for AI development, while tech companies are already deploying systems whose full capabilities even their creators don't completely understand. What's becoming clear is that we're not waiting for the future anymore. We're living through the early stages of the most significant transformation in human history. The choices we make in the next few years about how to develop and control AI might determine whether this becomes our greatest achievement or our final mistake. We're witnessing the dawn of AGI in real time. Systems like GPT-4, AlphaFold, and neural interfaces show capabilities unimaginable just years ago. Quantum computing and neuromorphic chips are accelerating progress exponentially. We're not just approaching the singularity, we're building it. And here's my question for you. Are you going to watch from the sidelines or help shape what comes next? Hit subscribe to stay updated about global issues impacting human lives.